For those of you worried about Stephen Gostkowski, worry no longer. The kicker is placed on IR. Did the Patriots kicker situation get better or worse on Wednesday? I'm Alex Barth, joined by Evan Lazar. This edition of the FOXBORO Report is powered by betonline.ag. Visit their website and use the promo code CLNS50 for a 50% welcome bonus. Evan, here we go. Everybody's been calling for it. They wanted it.
Be careful what you wish for.
If he's hurt, yes, Stephen Gostkowski can't kick. I don't think any replacement, when fully healthy, is going to do much better, but let's see.
Yeah, I mean, does he have the yips? Is this like a injured reserve trip because of yips, or is this an injured reserve trip because he's really hurt? We don't really know that quite yet. I'm sure he has some sort of injury.
There are a number of reports that he's been dealing with a hip injury since this summer that he tried to kick through.
So that makes a little bit of sense, right? But I think the biggest thing is what you said in the lead. Be careful what you wish for, Patriot Nation. A lot of you have come at both of us and everyone on the beat about Gostkowski, the 4 missed extra points, the missed field goals so far this season. Why isn't there any competition? Why isn't he getting pushed? Why is he still on the team? All these types of things. Here we go. You're going to get another kicker here in New England, and you'll see just how lucky or unlucky you were with Stephen Gostkowski. We're going to find out for once and for all whether the Patriots are better off with or without Gostkowski now.
And they have a couple of names in mind to replace him. We'll get to those in a minute, but I want to start with this. Whoever does replace him, statistically, it's going to be a downgrade. And we know Stephen Gostkowski, until this year when he was injured, was pretty reliable. Now there's going to be a kicker Bill Belichick's never worked with before. How does that change what they do strategically? I'll give you an example. That sequence on the goal line in Buffalo, that's pretty close to the end zone, so that's maybe not a great
It's like the old
option.
Extra point there.
Right. But, maybe going for 2 in certain situations, a 4th and short in close to the red zone, not in the red zone, but close. Does this change the way the Patriots approach things strategically?
I think it could, but I think it depends on how they new kicker, whether it's Nugent or it's Kai Forbath or whoever does in the first couple of games of the season. If he starts shanking extra points.
Those first couple of games, though, does it affect how it goes before you have the sample size?
I don't think so. I think that they're going to probably go about things the way that they would a normal way. Bill Belichick took his kind of stab at analytics last week.
Yes, he
took
did.
another stab at analytics on Sunday, where some of his decision making went against the mathematic nerds. So I think that decision making is not going to change. But one thing that he did say about his analytics kind of debunking was that we go situationally based off of the game, the opponent, the matchup, all those types of things, and less about what happened 10 years ago. So now it's about the kicker situation. So now it becomes a whole nother kind of approach of situational football, if you will.
So let's take a look at the candidates. Adam Schefter reported on Wednesday afternoon. It's down to 2 finalists. The Patriots had a big group in for a workout today, down to 2 finalists. Kai Forbath is one. And Mike Nugent, the former second-round pick, kicker, second-round pick, although 37 years old. That was a long time ago. It was in 05. But those are your 2 finalists. Kai Forbath, Mike Nugent. Who would you rather have?
Give me Kai Forbath. I think his career numbers are a little bit better. Their career numbers across the board, though, are basically neck and neck. Like, it's not like one guy is that much better than the other. But I think that Kai Forbath, a little bit younger, got a little bit bigger leg. I'm going with Forbath.
I'm going to go with Mike Nugent. The career numbers are slightly worse, but I mentioned the experience, 37 years old. He's been in the league a long time. He's kicked in some big games. And Kai Forbath doesn't necessarily have that same big moment experience, which is important here. The other big thing, Kai Forbath went to school in the South, played a lot in the South. Mike Nugent's from Ohio. He kicked for Ohio State. It's like 60 degrees now and drizzling, and we were complaining. It's going to get a lot worse. I want a guy who's used to that, so I'll take, I think it was like a 1.5 difference in career field goal percentage. I'll take that 1.5
It's a better argument than mine.
For the guy who's ready for the weather and the hype.
And you don't do that very often usually, so I think you just swayed me the other direction.
Well, so here's one more thing I want to put on you.
This is your angle here.
So can I go on this? Can I make one more point?
Yeah.
You look at the career kickoff numbers for both. They're not great. Both are below 10 points on touchback percentage, which Stephen Gostkowski is. The one thing I think we know right now for sure, Jake Bailey is going to handle kickoffs for this team going forward, and it makes that draft pick look that much better.
Prominent role now. Not only Jake Bailey has to work on those holds, there are a couple iffy holds on Sunday also. It's kind of been something that's on a lot of people's radar.
He's got a new kicker now. He's going to have to hold the ball differently.
A whole nother
kicker. He's got to learn all over again.
This is a whole thing. And, it's funny because for a 4-0 team that doesn't have a lot of flaws, that we can make 10-minute videos about kickers, right? Other teams are like, your kicker, we're worried about our quarterback.
Some teams go through 4 or 5 kickers in a year.
Our defense can't stop anybody. Here in New England, we're focused on the kicker.
and the punter and the long snapper, because they got to get
the whole operation.
They got to get that whole operation together. They have just a couple days to do it. Patriots will be in Washington on Sunday. By the way, natural grass field. They'll be practicing on turf here. So, not that those guys have never kicked on natural grass before, but even more of an adjustment as the whole unit gets together. For more kicker nonsense and all things Patriots, follow us on Twitter at PatriotsCLNS and check us out online at CLNSmedia.com. For Evan Lazar, I'm Alex Barth. This has been the FOXBORO Report.